welcome back to my channel. Our story for today is entitled The Boy with the Sketchbook. Once upon a time in a bustling city lived a boy named Eli who loved to draw. He drew superheroes with lightning-fast speed, fierce dragons with shimmering scales, and magical worlds filled with wondrous creatures. All these amazing pictures he drew in his well-worn sketchbook, which he carried everywhere. Now, Eli was a kind and gentle soul, always ready with a smile and a helping hand. But unfortunately, there were some kids at school who didn't appreciate his sunny disposition or his fantastic drawings. Whenever Eli pulled out his sketchbook during recess, they would gather around snickering and say, "What? Are you drawing pictures for your mommy? Those are such baby scribbles, Eli. Why don't you just draw a nice picture of a doggy or a kitty?" And they'd make fun of him until he sadly put his sketchbook away. One day, these mean kids followed Eli home from school. They wanted to see what kind of drawings he did when no one was looking. Sneaky as they were, Eli saw them coming. When they reached his house, he quickly hid his sketchbook behind his back. "What's that behind your back, Eli? Is it another picture of a baby?" taunted one of the kids. Eli shook his head, trying to hide his shame. "Don't tell us you're drawing pictures of monsters," said another kid. "'Cause if you are, we're gonna rub them all over the mud." Before Eli could respond, they snatched his sketchbook right out of his hands and ran off as fast as they could. Eli stood there stunned, watching them go. When he finally came to his senses, he broke into tears. All those wonderful drawings, all that hard work, now they were nothing but a muddy mess. For days after that, Eli didn't bring his sketchbook to school. He was too afraid to show his friends what the bullies had done to his precious drawings. Then one day, his art teacher, Mrs. Willowbrook, noticed that he hadn't submitted any of his artwork for the upcoming school art contest. She went up to him and asked, "Eli, why aren't you entering the contest? You're an incredibly talented young artist. I know you'll do great." Eli hesitated, then poured out his heart to Mrs. Willowbrook, telling her about how the other kids had ruined his sketchbook. When Eli was done talking, Mrs. Willowbrook smiled understandingly. "Oh, Eli," she said, "those kids are just jealous of your talent. Don't let them stop you from doing what you love." Then she gave him an idea. "Why don't you draw a superhero for the contest? Draw a hero who isn't afraid of bullies, who stands up for what's right and helps those in need." That afternoon, Eli went home and worked on his drawing. He thought about what Mrs. Willowbrook had told him. He wanted to draw a hero who was brave and strong, who wasn't afraid of bullies like him. As he worked, he put all his feelings of sadness and anger into the drawing. By the next morning, he had finished his picture. It showed a superhero soaring through the sky, protecting a city from harm. On the day of the contest, Eli's drawing was displayed in the school hallway. All the kids stopped to stare because Eli's picture didn't just look good. It looked real. It looked brave, strong and kind, just like a true hero. Even the kids who had teased him for his drawings stood silently staring at it. No one said a word about baby scribbles or made fun of his artwork. When the winners were announced, Eli's name echoed through the hallway. First place, Eli. He walked onto the stage with shaky hands and a big smile. Inside, he was so happy and proud. In his heart, he felt taller than anyone else in the room. From that day on, Eli carried his sketchbook everywhere with even more pride. He knew that even though some people might try to bring him down, he could always shine if he believed in himself. And that's exactly what happened. And that's the story of the boy with the sketchbook. If you like this story and want more, I will really appreciate if you share, like, and subscribe. See you again next time.